And the Project Span put a lot of effort into building his world here.
Cool. No thanks, I've got...
Hi!
Welcome to construction. I think I'll see how the constructors are doing.
I hate my job.
We talk about your work, how your boss is a jerk. We talk about your church, and your
Dr. Ingram begins
Please, not now.
poeming. I guess that was a real country music song. I didn't know that, to be honest. If anybody's heard of it, put it in the comments.
You
I won't
can't
read.
go beyond
Only Rob
this
reads the
point.
comments these days.
It gets highly
I'm
repetitive.
sorry.
It gets highly repetitive.
Yeah, so
It
that's
gets
the
highly
construction
repetitive
site.
having to move. Yeah, I wish I had 4 stomachs.
I didn't. That guy wants 4 stomachs like a cow.
No.
It's good to see that Dr. Ingram has some people like this guy here
Who's
on
the
his
man?
side about the cow and the chickens.
Definitely not.
He just wants those chickens
Toxic
dead.
stuff.
Slam those
Toxic
chickens,
stuff.
Dr. Ingram. Slam those chickens real good.
I hate this inn.
Yeah. If you hate the inn,
Yeah, I hate this inn.
then why are you standing there inside the inn? Oh well. Well, we can pay 15 cowkey to stay at the inn. Yeah, the currency's called cowkey, naturally. Or cowkey. Cowkey. I just said cowkey when I was a child, and that's what I'm saying now, by goodness.
My goodness, my goodness! Dr. Ingram. Well, I think we've done a good job setting up that Carltopia, so I jolly well think, with my scientific knowledge, that I will proceed onwards with my quest to serve the cause. After I've walked around the houses in this village that's in the sky,
As
even
nationally
though
known
it's
as
on
the
the
Eye,
grass on the world map.
Still splendor. It has been millions.
So we can walk through the walls of this house,
Also,
the house that is the Eye, because it's resident.
People on and on about how much. No, that's interesting.
Yeah, rich people
Nice.
rambling on
Anyway,
about how
driving
great their
crazy
stupid Eye house is.
Yes, it is a shock. How could the vacant house next door
And
be
man,
put
this
next to
conversation
the
goes
post
on.
office?
No, and neither would I. Let's get out of this
Fine,
absurd
fine,
house,
fine.
Dr. Ingram.
Sale for
Oh, look.
this number.
A house for sale. Now this house is interesting. It never gets. It never. You can't buy this house. You know, spoiling the things there.
Goodbye.
It comes to nothing. I wonder if Captain Spam originally wanted this to be buyable or something. Anyway, these people are still moving furniture around there. Recently bought a house. What's his face there complimenting the design, which yeah, it's certainly is a nice design. There's a bucket of swords there in a crate, because that's where you put them.
There's a
In a
rumor of
carpet,
all the
sure.
houses
It's just the
in
magic.
Clinton haven't found
According to
any
him,
path.
every house in this village has a secret pathway connecting it to every other house, and he's right. There are secret passageways. I remember exploring this back in my glory days and finding them all. There is one person walking about in the middle of these invisible passages that says something
Tables here is because our
not
family-
worth finding him for.
This family's been.
I never really figured out a reason for these
Alright,
passages. There's no
good,
secret
good, good.
goodies there or anything.
That's all I'm ever good for around
So
here.
a bit of a wasted effort there, Captain Spam. But that's not to worry, because we still love you.
I don't care what your stupid comments have to say. I'm a scientist.
Out of the town,
Get lost.
Dr.
I wonder why I'm exploring all these houses when I should really be trying to find some cows to serve. Or at least stopping chicken pit.
Everybody in this town complains about the shape of their houses. Did they even come and look at them before they came here? And these signs are having a laugh too.
If you lived here for a week, I see
Look, sign!
problems.
Get lost!
Guess what? This
Yes,
path
what?
leads to nowhere.
Nowhere.
Ha 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 ha! You thought I was done. Oh, you're wrong. Ha 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 ha!
Sign, could you, alright, that's funny and all, but could you please stop? Sign, I'm getting fed up with this, please, I just want to keep playing.
That's fun.
Oh, come on, stop!
Never
Yeah,
underestimate
stop.
the annoyance of a sign.
We never understood
Please tell me you
this.
stopped. Please tell me that was the no!
John, Unicorn!
Oh, thank goodness.
It's another dead end.
And wait a minute, no. Oh, yeah, don't. At least that sign's over and done with. No, 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 no! Ah, dear.
Get back here!
Let's get away from that stupid sign and go and continue on a Dr. Ingram's quest-saving adventures. Cow-saving quest. Hi. But we haven't finished exploring the houses in Clinton.
Sawdust,
I guess that's
open
named
the
after
pearls.
Bill Clinton, the famous Liberian president. I don't know what Futo was named after. Oh, hey, it's the king of Clinton!
I am not a king.
It's not the king, it's just somebody that wanted to live like a king. Okay.
That's not the most impressive thing I've heard. What is the most impressive thing I've heard is that calls must be solved!
Nice, Dr. Ingram.
Solve the calls! Happy calls! Calls!
Man, that's a lot of books, Dr. Ingram. Maybe you should be reading them as an esteemed scientist or whatever. In your spare time while you're not murdering mayors and saving cows.
Would you like to be like us?
I swear, audience,
So,
that
yeah.
Dr. Ingram's not insane.
What?
So yes, the rich people's house. Nice lush red carpet that was the stock royal-looking carpet in RPG Baker. As well as the nice old pentagram in the middle of the connecting hallways there, always a reasonable thing to see in any civilised
I've no
household.
right to be in here.
Certainly of the upper class gentries, we all know what they're involved in. Isn't that right, Dr. Ingram? Yes. I don't even know. Okay. Oh, there's a room here. A woman that thinks she's beautiful. Yeah, in case you haven't figured it out, there's not especially much to do in these... in this village, I should say. I'm not going to talk about any other villages that we haven't arrived at yet, certainly. The cat has nothing interesting to say, of course. But, if you want to walk around, it's really just to talk to people and get some amusing dialogue from them. Because there's really not much in the way of hidden items to find and stuff like that. Not to mention, I just realised something. None of these houses have roofs. Well, I mean, they have roofs, but it's just the top of the bricks. Like, there's no,
I don't like him.
you know, that thing that goes on top of a house.
Tasty.
Roof, whatever. Frog in the bath.
I love to eat.
Man, that reminds me of that weird cartoon I remember seeing as a child. A spider in the bath. It's like a sing-along song about a boy that befriends a spider, and in the end they have lunch together and go cycling and play football. All to a weird song. What a stupid show. Okay, that's British, so you wouldn't know. Just like Button Moon and all the classics of ridiculously strange British animation that Britain came up with somehow. I mean, it's not as strange as The Life and Times of Santa Claus that you guys came up with. A good job there. But, you know. Right.
Since my spouse is thinking of retiring, I may retire too from the world of cooking.
House of Chefs. And I believe we're... Wait a minute. No, we're not done. We never went in this one, remember? Yeah, look back and see. This random old man who hates floors, so... So let me get this straight, mate. You don't like flooring, so you decided to just cover the ground of your house in grass. And a frog, of course. And a plate of meat or something in the middle. Well, you know, that's certainly... You've got to give him some credit for original interior decoration there. I don't remember seeing them in one of those TV shows. Anyway, I'm finished. So now what do we do? Chad points out that we should get to another continent!
Excellent thinking, Chad. Let's get...
I agree, Chad. Dr. Ingram's got some cow-saving quests to go on.
There's a lot of adventure
Hey,
around here.
not guarding your ship anymore. You hope no one steals the ship. This captain hopes nobody steals the ship. Oh, no, nothing is possibly going to happen to that ship. Come on. I mean, you're right beside it. There's no way that anybody would be so cruel, heartless, immoral as to steal that ship that's lying there. I mean, come on, especially not such an upstanding, fine, upstanding citizen as Dr. Listen to the music more. Right. So, we've finally left the continent that had all of 2 towns on it, and we've gone to the continent of Descontini, where we have a...
Forest. You go forest. I don't know why
forest, a village up there, a village down here. Don't tell me what I can't do, game, you stupid... Oh, whatever. Here's a shrine, which does nothing. It doesn't take long to realise there's only one place you can go here, and that would be this place. The town of, whatever that sign said. And, yeah. So, we find a sign telling us where everything is, and the worst up sign I've ever seen in my life. Good grief. Who drew this sign? So what are we doing? Oh yes, finding a way to blow up a rock, barring the one and only entrance to India. It turns out before long that to find a bomb, which might blow up the rock, it turns out that of course some random villager happens to know that there is an abandoned old castle. There was an abandoned random old castle on some random deserted island in some random place in the world that happens to have a bomb somewhere inside it. Which of course, it goes without saying, is the only bomb on the entire planet. certainly the only bomb that could possibly blow up a small boulder in the middle of the road on a different country. But turns out that somebody in this village has the key, but she doesn't know who, so guess what that means? We have to talk to every single person in the town to find where it is. Although the town is just that pub, an inn, big shop, and I believe 2 houses, so okay, it's not that bad, but... I mean, look at this madness. Oh, good grief. And what's this? What?
Yes, my dear players, this is a message from the Almighty Creator of this
These are
game.
actually going to
The trees
be
will, in
extinct
about
in the
2,100
real world.
years, go extinct. Trees,
No.
my friend, will
No,
one
that
day be
can't
like
be.
cows, if Chicken Pete succeeds in his
Oh
plan.
my.
So, if you
Oh
can,
my.
please hug a tree near you.
What have I
Oh,
been
great
doing
person.
all these
If there's
years?
a tree in your immediate
Not
area,
hugging
hug a cow
trees!
while wiping away tears. Hug a cow while wiping away tears. Heck,
This- I
even if
can't
there is a
go
tree
on
in your
like
immediate area, hug a
I
cow!
have to change.
As Waldo Emerson once said,
I
hug
have
a
to
cow,
start
hug
loving
thy tree.
trees. I'm
Honour
going to
his
hug
words, my
trees
friend.
from now on.
Honour his words.
I'm sorry.
Honour his words, my friend. Honour his
I
words.
didn't realise.
Just
Will I allow the trees
I don't know if I will
to continue on their path to extinction?
Anyway, I think we should...
I will do what it takes to save the trees! Oh wait, I forgot I was lying. It's from the...
Be the point of me having a
You like to like school, but I don't want to go to the castle, man! Chocolate chip cookies! Come back to my place for some bat cookies and milk. Yeah, whatever. So, Dr. Ingram, like a complete Berk, goes around the entire town asking everybody he comes across about a key to some random castle that he seems to think that they're going to know the existence of. I'm going to cut to the chase. The key is with this guy in this shop.
Done! Excuse me, sir, but you could answer my card. I can't seem to catch it myself.
And this shop has an overly elaborate explanation system for it. Basically, like a real shop in real life, you buy a cart, the only cart in the entire shop.
The correct
obviously.
answer on my behalf is none other than the word no. To quote my English teacher, if thou shalt find what thou art looking for, then begone, old stinky demon.
I think you're in the wrong game. You should have taken a left turn at Minivet. In fact, considering your appalling sense of directions, I think we might have to strip you of your badge of pride. Honestly, kid. Pick up the only cart in the cart section in the shop, naturally. And you walk around shoving things in the basket. Cart, excuse me. Or basket. Cart. Basket, shopping trolley, whatever. Do you call them shopping trolleys in America? Come on! Stop, you stupid trolley! Oh. Right, so that guy gets his reward, and hey, guess what? It turns out he's also the one that has the key! Thanks for not telling us that until we talked to him a second time, game. Thanks for letting us talk to everybody else in the whole village first before we came back to this guy out of desperation. Well, guess what? He just gave us a stupid, meaningless side quest to go to a volcano to find a legendary cheeseburger and bring it back to him in order to get the key. Conveniently, there's some island of volcano on it over to the side. So Dr. Ingram just walks in with his full suit on and to the live, active volcano in the convenient, like, tessellated patterned flooring and brick walls surrounding the edges. Oh, a potion. Yeah, great. There's an old video game tradition of lava places, but I think this is getting more common knowledge now, but it's apparently lava is so hot that it's not just touching it that hurts you. The heat of lava is so intense that if you were anywhere near lava, it would be roasting you into nothingness. So basically, Dr. Ingram here should be getting burnt alive at this very second. Doesn't take long in this place to find out there is there's what looks like a path on the other side, but we need a ladder to get over there. And, as of course, it just so happens there are 5 separate pieces of that ladder scattered around the dungeon, so guess what we're doing for the next while? That's right. There's no need to waste your time with this rather boring and tedious dungeon, so let's just skip to all these treasure chests. Of course, it goes without saying that these ladder parts, of course, not having burnt to beyond cinders at this point. I don't know who got in here and put these chests in this active volcano in the first place. You know what? There's some questions you just don't ask. Like why is Chicken Pete named after Dr. Ingram's dead illegitimate son? Yeah, remember him? Oh, another one! What? Oh, we can't get there without another thing. Remember this. Remember that chest, my friends. And wow, we take damage. Dr. Ingram tries to justify the poor programming that led to us taking damage from that lava, even though we were walking over it. But then ultimately, he fails, because I know the real reason. Because of course lava hurts you regardless of whether you're standing on it. Alright, so let's just go around this path here, and... wait a second. Let's try this other path. Right, Dr. Ingram randomly teleports to a cow! It's a cow! Yes! Well, get stuffed, cow. I'm not paying you to sleep in an active volcano. Why do I have to pay the cow in? Oh, whatever. The cow offers us a chance to go back and level up, but come on, what Dr. Ing...
Dost thou seeketh the ancient cheeseburger, mate?
Yup.
Very well then, thou must prove thyself worthy. Bonza Barbie, mate, by burger, Bonza Barbie, Papa Banzai, Bonza Baba Baba Barbie, Bar Vegemite, Barbie Australia. Bonza Bonza Baba 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 Bonz Bon Bon Bonz Bon Bonz 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 Barbie Baba Bonz Bonz Barbie, mate, by the Baba 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 Baba
Quite an unreasonable way to treat a scientist of his
Baba Baba Barbies 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 Barbie Barbies.
Raising the pitch of your voice at the end of a sentence, even if you're not asking a question.
Bonza Baba Bonza Baba Barbies Baba Baba Bonza Bonza Barbies Bonza Barbie Baba. Yeah, you don't need to see this. It's a long, grueling Australian battle, but Dr. Ingram, with his incredible science powers, saves the day and slams that dragon. Impressive! Thou hast proven thyself worthy, and to the victor go the spoils. Pun intended.
Apologise at once! Or I'll be most
Pun
mad!
intended. Pun? What's the pun here? Impressive? No. Thou hast proven thyself worthy. I don't think so. And to the victor go the spoils? Oh! The spoiled cheeseburger! Oh! Ho, 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 ho. No! Ho, 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 ho. No! Ho, 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 ho. Yeah. That's another thing, of course. The ancient cheeseburger. It goes without saying it hasn't... of course, the ancient cheeseburger, the cheese hasn't completely melted into water, into evaporated water from being in the volcano. Well, it is, you know, the legendary cheeseburger. Well, I suppose I've got to think a bit harder about this.
Trolley, basket, them.
Cows, ignore the cows. Right, go back to that guy that wanted a cheeseburger. And give it to him, and he gets the key. And now Dr. Ingram can waltz on down, can boogie on up dogs to that ancient castle where the bomb's supposed to be. The weak bomb, excuse me. Weak bomb, Chad reminded us. Well, you know, why don't we make advantage of this shop for the first time I bothered to show this, and buy all of the absurd knickknacks that you can find in the
supermarket shopping section. Now you may be asking yourself at this point, hang on, Dr. Ingram never picked up any baskets. Well, no he didn't, but the game is badly programmed, so we can take this stuff anyway.
We've got Dr. Ingram on the program today. Will he find bargains, or will he not? Let's not waste any time. Let's do discount searching! Well, 50 Kalki paid. Oh dear, seems Dr. Ingram might have got a bit of a sour deal. So, Dr. Ingram, are you going to spend your money on a cheap item that you can then sell at the auction for lots of money? Or are you going to buy a really expensive item, which will not make a profit at the auction because they never ever do? Are you going for the expensive item? Of course you are. Well, until next time everybody, see you on Bargain Searching! Ah! Ah, yeah!
Let's go to the toilet.
Oh, finally.
It's one way to recover 5 HP. Let's just have a look at, of course, the other side of this rather, needlessly large shop. Maybe they're going to expand in one day in the future? Put some more stuff on the right hand side? I don't know. Let's see here. Tree armor, scientistical suit. Yeah, I think a scientistical suit should replace Dr. Ingram's scientific gear. Of course, it still looks like the same suit he was wearing before, but that's an RPG thing. Hey, let's get some new weapons for our heroes. Dr. Ingram's gun costs a quarter of what everyone else's weapon costs, but I mean that's just how it goes when you're a scientist. Let me just tell you, you don't get funding for anything, so you got to buy the cheap stuff. Let me tell you, I was a researcher. Oh yes. Long story. Let's go! I'm too old for this. Then again, I'm no older than Dr. Ingram, and he's going about saving cows from chickens, so yeah, I'm not too old for this. You're never too old for anything, kids. Remember that. A life lesson from Mr. X. We haven't finished exploring the town and meeting the Tibetan monk there that says he's a Tibetan monk. Well, I'm sure that's the last we'll be seeing of Tibetan monks. And there are snakes patrolling the town trying to kill us. I wouldn't want to live in this area. The property values must be most low. And, yeah. Now I know what you're thinking if you're anything like me. I am sure one of these monks is programmed to say something special. And I was correct! They are! One of them drops the bombshell that they're not actually legal monks after all. They're all perfectly trained legal monks. That was worth finding out, wasn't it? That was worth learning, wasn't it, audience? See, you see the rewards you get for putting effort into exploring in RPGs. And the one remaining house in the town is this guy in a big house with suspiciously unopenable doors. I wonder if we'll be going there in the future. We'll find out, eventually. Okay, the good Doc has explored the town. And with that, I think we've made it a wrap. So next, Dr. Ingram heads off to that castle. What awaits him there?
Find out next time! Same series of videos,
right. Yeah. Bye. Say goodbye, Dr. Ingram.
Goodbye, everybody. Oh, calls! 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 Yes!
We're done. Cheerio.